Hey guys, what's going on? Pretty rough time in the market. I'm going to take a look here at Ethereum, and right now what you're looking at is the daily time frame. Now, before we get into the details of the chart, a couple things. First, if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I drop new content, click subscribe, but then click the bell and then click on all. Also, if you want to place to trade Ethereum, or pretty much any of the other coins I talk about on this channel, you can head over here. And what's unique right now about this exchange is they're one of the only ones left that won't ask you for a KYC. All right, so you can trade on here over 300 pairs. You don't have to submit any of your documents, and even if you don't submit your ID, non-KYC, you can take out, you can withdraw around $20,000 worth of crypto every single day. All right, and we're going to put links in the pinned comment and the description. If you access the site and sign up through those links, you're going to get a bonus. All right, now let's go back to the Ethereum chart. And just looking at this first glance, it's pretty obvious that right here, this breakdown is not ideal, right? This is pretty bad what's happening. But in this video, I'm going to talk about just how bad it is, but also if we should even start to panic yet. Okay, now the first thing I want to point out, right now I'm on the daily time frame, and you'll see that this right here is yesterday's candle, and yesterday's candle closed above the main levels of support. So if I zoom out a little bit here, you see we have this, where this yellow line is, this horizontal support and resistance region. So you see it was support right here, we broke below it, it was resistance multiple times, we broke above it, we came back down, and until now we've been holding this level as a support. So as of yesterday, all was well. Now you'll see this candle breaking below it, which is bad, but this candle is not finalized yet. So right now, as I'm recording this, it's around 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and this candle doesn't close until 8 p.m. tonight. So it is possible, we have to wait and see, but this may end up looking a lot different than it does right now. If a lot of buying pressure comes in, if the bulls step up and want to defend a level, then the way this could potentially look is just a small body right here with a long wick, okay? And what we want to see is the candle body closing above this yellow line. That would salvage this level, and it would just be a pretty epic fake out. Okay, I'm going to zoom out now, and you'll see that I have this upsloping level of support drawn on. And if you want to trade ETH, you could probably just replicate the same on your chart because it's quite relevant at the moment. So it initiates down here with multiple touches. It was support right here. And you'll see with this candle, we're also penetrating it, okay? So at the very least, I'd want to close a candle body above here. If we're able to do that, then this yellow line becomes the resistance, right? As broken support then flips to a resistance. So if the candle body closes here, this is the resistance and this remains a support level. If the candle body closes in its current state, then both of these former supports become a resistance, which is pretty much the worst case scenario. And then, as I mentioned, what we want to see is buying pressure come in, and we want this candle to close as a bullish hammer essentially, which would be small body at the top with a long wick to the downside. So pay attention to that. But obviously what's happening now is it's not good. Now, as we're coming down, we have to look for potential levels of support. Okay, so the first thing I'll typically do, I'll just look left and look at the price action. So right here around where we are, right at the top of these candle bodies could be one, because we do have a lot of price history at this level. So you see here it was support, it was resistance here, resistance right here. So I'll just draw that on quickly. I'm going to delete it right after. I just want to show you. So right there, for example, right at the top of these candle bodies here, potential support, but I probably wouldn't bank on that. Okay, so I'll delete that. Next thing we can do, we can draw a fib. So let's take a Fibonacci retracement, initiate it from the start of this move, drag it to the top, and then move it over. And then to check the validity of a specific Fibonacci pull, you can see how the price has been responding to it. So you see, as soon as the price came down to this golden pocket range, we had this long wick, a lot of buyers stepped in, and they defended this level right here at the 50. So these are fibs that people are likely looking at. So the next one down from where we are right now is going to be this 786. And that does line up quite well with the low of these candle bodies right here. So that's going to be around $3,065. So that's potential support. Maybe we come down a bit further, bounce off that, and then get some bullish momentum back in the market. But right now, guys, it feels like we're trying to catch a falling knife here. Now, oftentimes what I like to do to counter my bullish bias is I'll invert the chart. So you can do this if you're using TradingView. I have a Mac, I hit the option key and then I. So option key I, and that'll flip my chart. Okay, so if we were looking at this with the bullish perspective, we would be probably getting pretty excited right now that the price is breaking out, and then we would look to these higher targets. But in this case, these higher targets are actually lower targets, right? So you see we had a low here, then we put in a higher low. We had this downsloping level of resistance with multiple touches on it, and we're just currently breaking out of it. All right, so be honest with yourself. If you saw this chart With a bullish perspective, you'd probably be looking to enter long positions, right? And the entry that I would be looking for right here would be a pullback to retest this broken level of resistance. I would look to enter right around here, and then my first take profit target would probably be right here at the initiation of the move, which would be around 2,872. So right here basically. So 2,880. Does that look about right? I think so. All right, and while I have this chart inverted, a couple other things, I'm going to run a few fibs just to see if we have some confluent levels. So fib retracement, the first one I'll run is right here, down to the low. And this level here looks kind of interesting. The 618 retracement is around 2,766, and that lines up pretty much perfectly with this price cluster right here. So that's another level worth noting. Now the next fib I'm going to do, I'm going to run it from all the way up here, and let's see if we have any confluent levels off that. So up there, pull it down, and yeah, you'll see this 3A2. This is where the price got rejected from on the way up. So this was the resistance. Okay, so the two levels that I would personally prioritize right now would probably be this one right here based on the top of these candle bodies, again at around 2,880. And then if that broke, I would look to this one at around 2,800. Which is the 3A2 Fibonacci retracement, which is the region where we got rejected from right here. You see this long wick. All right, so I'll flip my chart back. Here's what it looks like in the proper format. And yeah, guys, I wish this breakdown wasn't happening. It's kind of frustrating, as you know, if you're holding any of these coins. But I think right now the best we can hope for is some sort of miraculous recovery. We want the bulls to step it up and defend this level. We definitely don't want to lose these two support levels and flip them to resistance. All right, so I'll get rid of that fib. But yeah, that's just what I'm looking at. It could be that we come back down, bounce off this, and then we head back up. Anyway, let's just keep an eye on this, see what happens, see how it closes, and then formulate a game plan based off that. All right, if you found that helpful, click like. If you want to get notified when I drop new content, click subscribe. And if you want to place to trade with no KYC and you want to get a sign-up bonus, check out the links in the pinned comment and description that directs you to this exchange right here. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.